Hello, Grandmaster Hafner here. You know, if everybody thought the same way I do and felt the same way about things that I do and pretty much did whatever I said, the world would be so much smoother and operate so much more efficiently, wouldn't it? But not really. And yet that's how we tend to operate, as though we're right and the whole rest of the world is a mystery, and if only they saw things our way, that things would be better. It is the source of a lot of stress for people, a lot of anxiety, a lot of anger, a lot of bad behavior. These things, these negative, poisonous things, have their roots in being frustrated because of not understanding why other people do what they do. We spend a lot of time on science, trying to figure out how the world, the physical world, works, and yet, and we understand a lot of things about that, and yet the relationships between people seem to be so hard to figure out, so hard to understand, and it's tough, I guess, but I think if you just decide that you are going to, instead of reacting to people, that you're going to pause in your dealings with other people and try to understand their motivations and try to understand their perspective. And, you know, a lot of times the people in your life that cause problems, and sometimes even people who behave badly, have positive intentions in the way that they do things. They mean well, or they've got some good thing in mind, and maybe they're going about it in kind of a messed up way. You know, when we judge other people, we are judging them by what happens externally, by their actions and the results that those actions cause. But with ourselves, we take into account our motivations and our background and our history and our previous wounds and all these different things. We take that into account and cut ourselves a tremendous amount of slack based on those things. And if we just sort of flip that around, I think, and in our dealings with relatives and coworkers and the next door neighbor and the people down at the office, if we just kind of stepped back a little bit and dug a little bit, did a little forensic research, trying to understand their motivations. And then, even if those motivations are different than yours, to kind of acknowledge that as a human being, they have a right to those things. It just empowers you to release grace and respect and good feeling. It eliminates a lot of your own stress and a lot of the things that are frustrating to you. And so just to understand the people that you interact with, or do your best to understand them and not just take their actions at face value. I think it's one of the ways to be a better, happier, more free human being.